In the Nintendo Direct broadcast from E3 2013, Nintendo showed off some footage of the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Game for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. One of the most exciting announcements was that Mega Man would be a playable character in the game. People from the future, please let me know how this game is. It looks amazing, but that's besides the point. Lately, Capcom has been seriously neglecting Mega Man. Ever since the departure of Keiji Inafune, the artist who designed Mega Man, it seems like Capcom doesn't even know what to do with the character anymore. They've cancelled game after game in the ever-popular series, and the future of Mega Man has remained, unclear. Until now, that is. Seems like Nintendo knows more about what to do with Mega Man than Capcom does. So basically, Mega Man's back, everybody's excited, everybody's happy, and I can't wait. So to celebrate, let's look at one of the most popular games in the main series, Mega Man 2. Let's get right into it. Now there is a Mega Man 1, but unfortunately I don't have it, so I'm going to review the sequel instead. But don't worry, I'll fill you in on the story. In the year 2000 XX, Dr. Thomas Light and his assistant, Dr. Albert Wily, designed human-like robots which would perform various industrial tasks. Dr. Light also had two of his own robots, Rock and Roll. Rock was Dr. Light's lab assistant, while Roll was in charge of the housekeeping. Unfortunately, Dr. Wily was overcome with jealousy when Dr. Light was the recipient of all the awards and recognition for the creation of these robots. To take revenge on Dr. Light, Dr. Wily reprogrammed all 6 Robot Masters to do his bidding and take over the world. Rock volunteered to be converted into a fighting robot, and Mega Man was born. Mega Man defeated all 6 Robot Masters and faced off with Dr. Wily, eventually defeating him and bringing him to justice. Mega Man 2 takes place soon after the events of the first Mega Man game. Dr. Wily isn't quite finished just yet, and has created 8 of his own robots to counter Mega Man, so it's up to Mega Man to defeat the Robot Masters and take down Dr. Wily once again. While the story might not be much, the gameplay in Mega Man 2 more than makes up for it. Mega Man is known as Run Jump Shoot Man for a reason, because that's the main focus of the game. The A button will make Mega Man jump, the B button will fire his arm cannon, and the D-pad will control the direction he moves, and that's about it. The Start button will bring up the Weapons Select menu, where you can equip the weapons you acquire throughout the game. I'll explain later. One of the unique aspects of the Mega Man games has always been the ability to choose the order in which you play the stages. Mega Man 2 begins with a Stage Select menu where you can select from the roster of 8 Robot Masters. Once you've selected your Robot Master, you're immediately transported to his stage, where you must fight your way through hordes of enemies in order to get to the boss room where the Robot Master will be waiting. No 2 stages are alike in Mega Man 2. It may be an 8-bit game, but Mega Man 2 does a great job of making each stage feel like it's in a completely different location. Woodman stage is in a forest, Metal Man stage is a huge factory, and Airman stage takes place high up in the sky. Each stage has creative level design that is some of the best on the NES, and enemy placement that will challenge even the greatest platforming expert. Speaking of challenge, Mega Man 2 has 2 difficulty levels to choose from, normal and difficult. The normal difficulty was added to the American version of the game, while the difficult option is the standard difficulty in the Japanese version. The only difference is the amount of damage enemies can sustain before being defeated. As you go through each stage, there are many items to pick up. These can range from energy pellets, which recharge Mega Man's health, to weapon energy capsules, which will replenish any energy drained from repeated weapon use. You can also find energy tanks, which will refill Mega Man's health bar at any time. You can carry 4 of these at a time. They can help make boss fights a little more bearable. Once you get to the end of a stage, you'll have to face off with one of the 8 Robot Masters, who use their special weapons to make life difficult for Mega Man. You'll have to familiarize yourself with their attack patterns if you want to have any hope of beating them. Once you defeat a Robot Master, their special weapon is yours and is added to your weapon inventory at the pause menu. You can use these at any time, although they are not unlimited. I have to mention the Metal Blades though. They're easily the most overpowered weapon in the whole series, and they are awesome because of it. Once you beat all the Robot Masters, you'll have to go through several stages of Dr. Wily's Skull Castle before eventually facing off with Wily himself. Your platforming and weapon usage skills will be put to the test in these levels, so you'll definitely have to be on your toes at all times. I think it's about time that I mention the soundtrack of this game. It's easily one of the best 8-bit soundtracks in existence, with songs that are most definitely iPod worthy. If you don't believe me, look them up for yourself. I can guarantee you won't be disappointed. So, that's Mega Man 2, one of the best games on the NES. With its creative level design, significant challenge, great graphics for an 8-bit system, and phenomenal soundtrack, I have no problem recommending this game to anyone who wants a great challenge. Mega Man 2 was a success in terms of sales and was eventually followed up with another sequel, Mega Man 3. Maybe I'll review the subsequent games in the series at some point, but for now, here's to Mega Man and the next Smash Brothers. Well, that's about it for Mega Man 2. It's a great game, one of the best on the system, and I definitely recommend it, even if you've never played the game before, or even if you're not into retro games. Who knows, you might end up loving it. And that about wraps it up for this review. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, but for the meantime, I have to go shoot some stuff with a Nintendo Zapper. I'll see you next time.